Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and we have got another episode of our Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun, and a long episode, so you better get ready for the long haul, because I actually didn't realize how long I was recording. I was trying to get done a lot of things in a little bit of time, and ended up going over my limit here. I wanted to keep them at least 20 minutes, and a little bit under 20 minutes, whenever I'm doing a grinding montage, but we don't have one, and it ended up becoming 26 minutes about, so sit back and get ready, because we got a full-fledged episode here. We're going to be doing a lot, and we're going to be talking about a whole bunch, because, oh, I'm so hyped, you guys, and I've been saying that a lot in this game, but I am so hyped, because we have more information to talk about today. We're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it. First, though, we're going to take on the gym leader, Winona, here. I told you guys we would face her in this episode, so that is exactly what we're going to do. She has 5 Pokemon, and for me, personally, this was not a tough battle. Just saying. This was probably one of the easiest gym battles I've had in a while, if I'm remembering correctly, that Winona was the easy one, because she just basically had a whole bunch of Pokemon that I had things that could take it out really quick, so wasn't much of a problem for me. So we're going to continue, and we're going to battle her. Maybe I can remember to look up at times so I don't miss if anyone dies or anything, but there's something we got to talk about, guys, and it is super exciting, and I know a lot of us had questions about it, but now the questions have been answered. Coral leaked for November, which would be basically the last one before the games come out, which come out in about a few days here. We're counting down. We are almost there. They are almost out. And Coral leaked, and leaked a whole bunch of stuff that we are going to talk about probably in this episode. If not, then we will talk about it in other episodes, and we'll continue on from there. I know last episode we started talking about an article from, I don't remember what website it was. I think it was Nintendo Life. We started talking about an article. That was actually a really long article, and we stopped halfway through, but we're not going to talk about that. If we have time at the end, we'll go back to it. First, let's just talk about the new things that are arriving here in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, you guys know from actually reading the article in the Nintendo Life or whatever, where I believe it was Nintendo Life, that the creator of the game didn't have time to put in what he originally wanted in the games, and now he can. So now we're going to read on here on this Polygon.com what they have for the new stuff that just came out. Pokemon has released a new trailer, and Coral leaked. So the new trailer here, it says, the latest trailer for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire introduces a new Delta episode, in which players must save Hoenn from a giant asteroid. The Pokemon Company International announced it today. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are the upcoming remakes of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. In addition to updated visuals, the game includes new Mega Evolutions and features. In the Delta episode, players will learn the history of the Hoenn region and get swept up in battle to save the Earth, while they protect a research facility called the Moss Deep Space Center from Team Magma and Team Aqua. Pokemon Rayquaza and Deoxys clash in space to determine the future of Hoenn. The Delta episode will also introduce a mysterious girl rumored to possess the key to the fate of the world, named Senia. Check out the trailer above, which we will probably talk about here in a second. I will watch the trailer and talk to you guys about it for a look at the new content. Alright, so we've got a lot to talk about here. We just defeated Winona, and we're going to continue on to the next routes, and maybe make it to Lily Cove City in this episode. Maybe that's why it's so long, because I did want to make it to Lily Cove, since it was kind of a short episode after we defeated Winona. Anyway, continuing on. So basically, I believe that the Delta episode is going to be their reason to not make a Delta Emerald game. When I saw Delta episode, I was thinking, alright, they're not going to be making a Delta Emerald game. Because a lot of people said, okay, they're doing Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, they're going to do Delta Emerald. But I didn't think they wanted to go that far. I think they wanted to move on to their next game that they have planned after this one. So in order to accommodate for those who wanted the Delta, we have Rayquaza in the actual game instead of just in Emerald like it used to be before, I believe. I don't know. I haven't played those games in like such a long time. I'm actually playing Emerald right now, as you guys can see, duh. So we don't know any difference unless you have recently played Ruby and Sapphire. But I believe in Ruby and Sapphire there's no Rayquaza unless, well, if there is, I know you can't catch him. I'm pretty sure. It's just Ruby and Sapphire, or just Kyogre Groudon, I believe. Could be wrong, but it's been a while since I played it, and I'm not going to go back and play it again because I will be playing the new ones. So what's the reason for going back to play it? Unless you just want that nostalgia, then you can. But anyway, I believe the Delta is definitely so that they don't have to remake Emerald, and they can move on from the series once they're done, because we all wanted it and we got it, and they know we're expecting Delta, but now they have a reason not to give us Delta because Rayquaza's in this game, and Delta is going to be a part of this game as well. So in the game we have players learning the history of Hoenn. So we're going to get to learn the history of Hoenn and probably learn why Rayquaza is Mega and not Primal like Kyogre and Groudon, and then we'll probably learn why Mega Evolutions and stuff happened and how Hoenn came to be and stuff like that. And we're going to protect the research facility like we did in the old games, but this time we'll be going into space to determine the future of Hoenn, which I am really looking forward to, because we can actually look at some more stuff from the Koro that leaked, and we'll read about that in a second. But new face, Zinnia. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. Zinnia. Zinnia. She's a new character. And in the Koro leaks, she has a Whismur, and she has a Mega Salamence, I believe, is what I saw this morning, if I am not mistaken. But she's going to be the new characters, and we're going to take a look at the trailer probably later on. I have a couple more articles that I want to read on about this. So basically, the next part of the Koro and the trailer talked about the return of Deoxys. So Deoxys is going to be returning in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in the form of a spaceman in space. So when we are flying through space, we can definitely find Deoxys. Now, I don't know if it's confirmed if we can catch him or not, but I think it actually is. Apparently, if I'm reading this correct, I don't know. I saw a comment somebody had posted, but I didn't read much into it because I don't go off of anything unless I'm going off of, does it really happen in the game when I play it and I see it for myself. But someone did actually state that you get to encounter Deoxys like 4 times or something like that. I don't know. In the last time you get to catch him, or you get like 4 chances to catch him or something like that. They said that you'll fight like Zinnia, one of the Ruby, or one of the Team Magma or Aqua people, and then you'll fight May or Brendan, depending on who you pick, your rival, and they will all battle you for the chance to capture Deoxys. I'm not reading too much into that comment though, because only you will know what happens when you play the game, so don't go off of what anyone says unless you've read it from a really legitimate site, or you know for a fact that it's real and you've seen it in the game yourself. Because I usually try not to believe anything like that. Unless it does happen to be true, then yeah, we should probably give that person their credit. But it was just a comment on a YouTube video, so I didn't really take it too seriously. Deoxys will be making his return, though. I think that's actually really cool. Can't wait to see Deoxys return. And I actually have never been able to capture Deoxys. So that's going to be really cool. I've never been that far, because I've told you guys before that once I got all 8 gym badges, I was pretty much done with the game. And a lot of people, I believe you can catch Deoxys and the Regis and stuff like that at the end of the game. So that's something that you can definitely look forward to. But then we also have, I can't really get the website here to pull up that article that it had for Deoxys. It might already be gone, so I'm not too sure if it will be gone or not. But we can talk about the next part. I mean, really, it was probably just an article talking about Deoxys. So we can go ahead and talk about the next thing, which says, which was also in the Koro as well. Legendary Pokemon coming to the games as well. All the legendaries have been revealed that you are able to catch. So we're definitely going to talk about those. That was the next thing that happened, so I'm going to read this next article here from Kotaku.com. And it says, if I can actually pull it up here. Here we go. While the release of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is right around the corner, Japan's Koro comic points out that 18 more legendary Pokemon are headed towards the 3DS remakes. As mentioned previously, legendary Pokemon are supposed to be incredibly rare Pokemon and often have special powers. Koro comic notes that you can meet 18 legendary Pokemon in the Hoenn region. There are some pictures here taken by Twitter user Kamikutiku. I don't know. Japanese name, I guess. I don't know how to say it. The legendary Pokemon include Heatran, Gracilia, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Azelf, Mesprit, Uxie, Suicune, Entei, Raikou, Regirock, Registeel, Regice, and Regigigas. That is a lot, of course. There are not new legendaries, but that's a whole lot. On Japanese game sites like Hachima, people are saying this seems like a legendary special bargain sale. All legendaries must go. Others on My Game Newsflash are saying this is like a legendary all-stars. Others wonder what legendary Pokemon even means anymore. This certainly could be a big part of Pokemon's legendary problem. But while only a total of 7 legendaries appeared in Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Platinum also had 18 legendaries. Remakes Heart Gold and Soul Silver had even more, a total of 19 legendaries. Though these newly announced legendaries join the ones already announced on the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire official site, I guess the official tweet wasn't kidding. And it has the tweet here, I guess I could read it. It says, between Pokemon X and Y and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you can catch every legendary Pokemon known to date. From Pokemon on October 14th, 2014. Which seemed like a really short time ago. But they're just announcing it today, that's weird. Some of the special abilities legendaries have in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire seem cool. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe. Perhaps there's even a reason why all these legendary Pokemon have gathered in Hoenn region. Dun dun dun. Okay, so they're basically saying that we can catch all the legendaries in this game, and they're going to announce in the story why we can catch all these legendaries in this game. Obviously, there has to be a reason. I mean, why would they all be in this one game if there wasn't a reason for it? Something to think about. You never know. So we have, quick recap here. We have Deoxys making his return. We have the Moss Deep Space Center taking us to space with new characters such as Zanina, however you say her name. We have new megas coming into the game, plus all the old legendaries are going to be in the game, plus the new legendaries are going to be in the game, which there isn't any new legendaries, it's just the primal forms. The new forms will be in the game. We have, what else do we have? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Rayquaza, I don't know if we even talked about this. You can fly with Rayquaza into space, I believe. If I'm correct here in saying that, I'm not too sure. And, what else do we have? Battles with the Team Magma and Team Aqua over this space thing. Big asteroid is coming towards Hoenn. And all of our answers will be revealed. So that's a whole lot to take in for one Koro episode. Now, a lot of people were thinking we're going to get some more megas, maybe Mega Flygon or Mega Milotic, but didn't happen. And I believe they did that for a reason. If they're going to put Flygon or Milotic as a mega, they would have already done it. And if they do, they might just put it in the game. So you won't know till you play the game. They could be like Heracross and Pinsir was. Heracross and Pinsir were actually introduced in the game, I believe. You could find them and catch them, and you could get their Mega Stones. And I believe it was the same with Abomasnow too, because I had no idea Abomasnow was getting a Mega Evolution until like the very last second. And I didn't know Scizor was getting one, and I didn't know that Manectric was getting one, or Houndoom. Those were all kind of like something that was different for me that I had absolutely no idea about. So I thought it was pretty interesting there that we got those in-game. So maybe they'll save them for in the game. You don't know. You'll have to wait until you play the game. But one thing that I want to do here, we do have some time left. I'm going to watch the trailer here, and we're going to talk about the trailer while I'm watching it. So basically, this is from the Pokemon website, and it says, new for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Delta episode. And it's got the picture there of the new characters, Nia, Team Magma on one side with Steven on the side of Team Magma. The spaceship as well, and Groudon down at the bottom with Brendan. And then on the other side, we have Team Aqua. And then we have Wallace on the side with Team Aqua. And May down at the bottom, and Kyogre. So I'm guessing if you have Omega Ruby, then you will be fighting alongside Steven and helping out with Steven. But if you have Alpha Sapphire, you'll be fighting alongside Wallace maybe, and Wallace will help you? I don't know, to be exact. So that's something that we can look forward to seeing. And in the background, you see Rayquaza using its new move and going up into space. And then we have Deoxys appearing, and it's showing all of its forms and what Deoxys can do, which we know what Deoxys can do. So, save the Hoenn region from a giant asteroid and stop the schemes of Team Aqua and Team Magma. So this is really cool. You get to go in depth in the Space Center, so it'll be different now. It won't be the same, it'll be different. And then we have a battle in the sky with Mega Rayquaza. See him flying up into the sky, turning Mega, and introducing a new mysterious character, Zanina. And it says, she's talking, it says, the actions that you are taking now, are they based on the ideals you cling to? And then we have powerful allies also stepping to help, Wallace and Steven, I believe. What does the Delta episode mean? Find out in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then we have the second part, which even more legendaries appearing. Entei, Raikou, Suicune, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Cresselia, Heatran, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Regirock, Registeel, Regice, and of course, catch all 3 of those, and you can awaken the powerful legend Regigigas. And we can also transfer Glalie from the special demo version to our game. Don't know why they put that in there because I said that in the demo. That's it for the trailer. But it is interesting to note, though, in the trailer, that all the legendaries that you could find, they're actually not in the sky. And I know we talked about this, I believe we talked about this, because we said, why in the world would Raikou and all of them be flying in the sky? Because they don't fly. So that's interesting, because they're on the ground, so I'm guessing they're going to be roaming, kind of like Latios and Latios were in Ruby and Sapphire. Interesting note there. Maybe they'll be the roaming guys. I'm just going to read this little article here that I pulled up. It's a new one from IGN, because we're about at the end of the episode here. It says, the Delta episode revealed for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The Delta episode, an entirely new story unseen in the original versions of Ruby and Sapphire, has been revealed for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The Pokemon Company has also revealed 14 additional legendary Pokemon coming to the 3DS remakes. The Delta episode explores the history of the Hoenn region, diving 3,000 years into the past to uncover the mysteries of Mega Evolution. The story introduces us to Zinnia, a new character who bears a certain destiny. According to the game's official website, players must travel around Hoenn to defend the region from an approaching asteroid. The story will culminate in a cosmic clash between recently revealed legendary Pokemon Mega Rayquaza and Deoxys. In addition to the new story, 14 more legendary Pokemon have been confirmed for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then it has a list of it, and it says these Pokemon will only be available in Mirage spots, and are said to hold valuable items. It's noted that these Pokemon will vary based on which version of the game you're playing. Okay, so apparently I am wrong. And you can only see them in the Mirage spots, which would mean you have to fly on Latios and Latias, which we've already talked about, the Eon ticket and stuff like that. So basically, if you're like me, you're even more confused than you were when I started this video. Oh, we did lose someone there. I didn't see that. You guys saw it, I didn't see it. We did lose someone. I believe it was Welmer, if I'm not mistaken, because I know we did lose someone to and I tried to avoid those trainers to get back to Lily Cove like as soon as possible, but I ended up being stupid and I wasn't able to save them. No, that was Hitmonchan. Oh yeah, I forgot we lost Hitmonchan. Sorry if I just spoiled it for some of you, but we did lose Hitmonchan. I did see that. Dang. Yeah, I was upset about that too, because that was our fighting type right there. I was really upset about that. And then everybody was kind of like low leveled at this point, and I was getting really nervous because I was trying to avoid the trainers to get back in, and it wasn't working out too well for me. I actually ran into both of them, and I got scared to death I was going to lose somebody else. So I just started cursing up since she was doing her minimize thing, this Blissey here, and took it out with one hit, and I did a sigh of relief. See, I avoided this trainer first, and I did something stupid, and I went to go get the berries, and then I wasn't thinking after I got the berries, and I walked right there, and she spotted me, and has a Heracross. And then I have Welmer, of course, and of course he just died. Yes. I was very, very upset, even more than Hitmonchan for that, because Welmer's been our ace, you know, and it was probably about ready to evolve too. I was super sad about that. I really wanted a Wailord. I've never used one before. This kind of makes me want to use one in my new game. But I kind of want to use Mega Sharpedo. I don't know. Kind of rethinking maybe going for Welmer now. Just to avenge our dead Welmer. But that's going to do it for all the articles and all the new information from Koro. So in the next episode we will be going back to the old article because there's no more new information that I know of, so we'll be going to our new article and continuing talking about that as we are placing Welmer and Hitmonchan into the box. So I will be doing some grinding in the next episode before the episode starts. You guys will see that. I decided to take out Medicham because it is psychic. It is psychic, but it's also fighting. So I decided to take out Medicham, and then I thought about it, and I was like, well, it's level 26, so let's just take out this Clefable. Maybe we won't have to worry about training Clefable up too much. So, while I get my OCD in order and change everybody back, we are going to end the episode off here, you guys. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to watch more of my Emerald Randomizer or any of my other Let's Plays. And comments are always appreciated. You can leave them down below. So in the next episode, we will definitely be starting off with a grinding montage. And we did catch a Volbeat in the grass there. It is a sassy nature, which is, if I have it wrote down here, I don't even think I have it wrote down. Oh yeah, I do. Increased special defense and decreased speed. So if we get desperate, we'll use that Volbeat. But until next time, guys, I will see you in the next episode of our Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun. See you guys later.